Gareth Southgate is blamed by Gary Neville for not allowing England's best player to play. Gary Neville criticised the decision to not start Manchester City star Phil Foden in either of England's first two World Cup games. Gareth Southgate, according to Gary Neville, made a mistake by ignoring Phil Foden, who is his team's greatest talent by a country mile. For each of England's first two World Cup games, Foden has not been chosen in the starting lineup. The playmaker for Manchester City was not introduced until the 70th minute of England's 6-2 demolition of Iran in their tournament opener. By clicking the subscribe and like buttons and spreading the word to your closest friends, you can help this channel. Many thank. Mason Mount was substituted by the 22-year-old in the first group game, but the Chelsea star started the match against the USA on Friday night instead. In addition, Foden was not among the initial replacements used as England struggled to defeat their adversaries. Instead, Jack Grealish and Jordan Henderson were used. Neville criticised Foden's removal from the England team, saying that Foden was the most skilled player on the team and that he did not understand why he was not selected for Southgate's team. Neville remarked on ITV Sport during the halftime break, "I know Phil Foden isn't playing, but for Phil Foden not to be playing for England is a great tragedy because he's a massive talent. He is by far our top player in talent, in my opinion. He belongs on that team, playing for them." When discussing what went wrong for England in their match against the USA, when they lacked inventiveness, Neville's fellow analyst Ian Wright added, "Sometimes Mason Mount is coming over too quickly, allowing that space for Tyler Adams, then they get out. Bukayo Saka is entering while Anthony Robinson continues. We must do this correctly." Say something. Do you concur with Neville that Foden should be excluded? Give us your thoughts on this. "We had far too many passes at the back and didn't get to midfield," Neville continued. "We discussed Jude Bellingham before the game. Mount put a group of passes together, and if you look at Harry Maguire on this, Weston McKennie chance, he's really poor on this one. You've got to get that near post. Their midfield three has made ours look sluggish. Watch Maguire, he walks about marking things that you can't do. They were sharper and brighter, and no matter what we tried, nothing worked. We all know how talented Christian Pulisic is, and the fact that Jordan Pickford was defeated here is a huge wake-up call. They did that the other night and weekend, so England will be hoping the same thing happens here." England's performance against the USA was a stark contrast to their fluid opening day triumph over Iran, which saw them score 6 goals. There was no attacking danger at any point during the whole match.